Hello everybody and welcome back to our Krakdhûmvror playthrough in the EU4 Anbennar mod. Last episode we took the, well, I wouldn't say better half because it's mostly all garbage. Actually, we took the worst half. Anyways, we took half of the aul-dwarov area over here and beat up on our dwarven brethren to the south, and we're just coring all their land. Losing some money right now, but that's fine because we do have all three of our advisors at level 2, just raking in points, doing really well for ourselves. And even declare war on Grombar very soon, which I am planning on. But I am going to colonize the inner part of the Lonely Mountains over here, which I will move my troops over real quick to do so. Actually, where is our other one? No, up here. No natives. No native, it would be frost trolls, not dwarves. That's kind of weird that that changes, but that's because we wiped out the natives there. Anyways. And yeah, I guess we could also attack Siegebreaker next, too. I don't know if they're still guaranteed. They are. But we could use that to break the truce. Not break the truce, but lower it. So we do have a truce for the next 9 years, and we could get it down to a nice 5 if we just white piece him separately. Anyways, I think I am actually just going to move on to the next idea we can get. Probably take the admin one. There you go. Get our yearly inflation. Help out Haraz Orhum real quick. As in just watch. And there we go, we got our next idea. And wow, it is quite big. That's what she said. It's called the Forges of Ice Steel. This might be a little bit too much, so you can skip ahead if you want, but for all you lore lovers, I am going to read the whole thing. Krakdhûmvror is well known for its use of an unusual type of magic, icecraft. More akin to Knorrian schools of magic than the runic magic dwarves usually practice, this unique type of cryomancy defies proper classifications to any known branch of magic. The exact details of icecraft are as closely guarded secret, but it is known that the Hold's namesake frozen forges channel the biting cold of the northern winds into a magical energy that allow the Hold's ice smiths to create ice steel, an extremely versatile metal imbued with the characteristics of ice and freezing water. From weapons that give enemies ice burns from close contact and arrows that shatter on impact to create shrapnel, to armor that can unfreeze and flow back together to recover from any minor damage, the potential applications of ice steel are widespread. While the Hold's signature steel's production has over the centuries declined to a point where it has become a prestige symbol instead, ice steel armaments are nonetheless common enough that well-off soldiers have at least one weapon or piece of armor made of it, making the Frozen Forge Hall's armies a glacial wall of unbending steel and death. And all of this will give us minus 15% shock damage received, which is amazing, especially for us dwarves, because we're focused on the fire phase, and after the first shock, we want to retain as much dwarves as possible for the next fire phase after that. It's great learning about all that stuff. Though applying not just to weapons or mining, but armor as well. Well, I guess breaking down into a liquid state and then reforming back for the ice armor itself, which is pretty neat. I wonder if we could actually do that for infrastructure as well. Sort of have like a I don't know how it would work, but it would be like an icy foundation or something. Anyways, that's enough talking about that. It looks like our dwarven allies are getting completely bodied over here. We're here just talking about ice bending at this point. I'm just gonna make the nobility upset for now. Pick the event and made the nobility mad. Gotta... Damn, the AI is just throwing over here. Pretty niche. Pretty sure I need to split them up. Try and wipe out, I guess, Blade Breaker himself. Sorry about that. It's gonna be in a forest. No, it looks like a hill. Probably won't be able to catch up because we do have a speed reduction. Anyways, we do have some bandits in aul-dwarov. Probably thriving off the devastation of the area. We are gonna need some adventurers to take care of that. Not sure what a type of adventurer would take care of a bandit. A bandito. Probably a sellsword if you think about it. We'll come back to that later because we do have a major threat to deal with for now. Also got some nobles over here in Dorvazatun. And we have natives rising up in our colony in the Lonely Mountain. Figure it's not as lonely as he thought. And we also have some rebels popping up too. The life couldn't just get any better. Gotta love it. But at least the orcs are nice enough to take care of that. We also have to take care of these guys over here in Aul-dwarov. It would be cool if they fought the bandits off, but I highly doubt it. Won't be that bad. We'll take care of this situation. Got our next one here. We can get a consolidation of power, either broaden the powers or devolve it. We can get a diplomat, or we can get stability cost modifier reduction. We have to devolve it. This is what we are. Just a northern hold with a couple more. Our people are very hardy, and we do not really rely on central power as a republic, especially with us being a council. It doesn't make any sense to strengthen it. Maybe later on, if we ever do switch to a stronger model of leadership, we might be able to change it. Anyways, still gotta move over and help out our dwarves. They're doing really bad. Can't actually move ahead on tech. I'm kind of tempted to just take the ideas, because it does lower the cost for the actual technology itself, which I might as well just take. Because I never really do that. I really just like taking the techs themselves. But hey, wasn't that bad. Might as well take the next Diplo tech, because why not? I know I'm sitting on 2 colonists right now, but we can't really afford to do much with them. Actually, the only province we can really colonize is Isolation itself. But I do need to focus most of my troops on the war effort over here. And if we lose this, I really don't care that much. All these dwarves around me are just pawns in my game to claim my rightful place on the throne of Aul-dwarov and even aul-dwarov once I finally get there. You know, honestly, yeah, screw this war. I really don't care that much. Isolation's gonna get wiped out yet again, which I really don't mind. But we need to wipe out the Grumbari separatists over here. Even change names, because Frozen Mall doesn't exist anymore. Let's just keep improving relations with all of our friends. Because I'm thinking I might as well just keep Recall and Haraz for now. Maybe, like, even if they get rid of our alliance, I really don't mind it that much. Because they could break it, and, you know, it's, who cares. I might even take the next mill tech, mill idea. Because this one isn't that impressive. It does give us more combat width, and infantry shock and fire, but we have no cavalry, and the infantry shock is about like a 22% increase. But I would rather get this to get the core creation costs, and make it cheaper anyways. So here's our meritocratic administration. The meritocratic nature of Krakdhûmvror's administration has long been a source of pride for the nation. So unlike in other holds, it rewards talent and ensures that the hold's governing officials are of higher quality than anywhere else in the Dwarvar. Combined with the hold's will to embrace and adapt to changing circumstances, Krakdhûmvror's administration is exceptionally well adapted to deal with situations that would strain the administration of other nations, such as integrating conquered territories to the rest of the country. And this is an amazing, jaw-dropping, dwarven, slapping, whatever modifier. Like, it is amazing. Minus 15%? People would kill for something like that in base EU4. Speaking of killing, I think we might be screwed here. I could try and... No, I can't even Scorch Earth it either. This has got to be owned by an enemy, and even though it's owned by an enemy, technically, it still doesn't really count. My dwarven legs can only carry me so far, and we are getting a -2. So it's gonna be an L. It's fine for now. Yeah, I can't lose any more men. Oh well. Good old quantity. Doesn't really matter that much. You know what? I might as well just save the money from not colonizing. Just focus on taking the rest of Aul-dwarov. Doesn't make any sense to just focus on getting this mountain if it's completely locked off. The only way to come in is from the Saltgrass Lake. So I might as well just go up here. Take a tiny bit of attrition. And just attack you, because even Thieving Arrow won't even join. Yep, let's do it. Boom, bam. Immediately get that. No forts or anything, which is really sad to see the goblins. This means we're going to kill this even further. Yep, there it goes. Down to 25, and down even lower for you as well. And let's move across. I guess take their capital and end the war. Make our leader a general. There you go. Here's a siege pip. Let's just move him on over. Perfect. Take this. Why not? Our brethren are still struggling to beat these orcs back, but it doesn't really matter to us. I'd rather them just suffer for now. I want these two provinces. But of course, with the EU4, you need to at least take a fort, and that would be their capital over here. Not gonna shoot it down or anything. Let's just leave it. And while I'm waiting on these wars, I might as well just tell you guys a story. That's something that recently happened with, hold on, I'm trying to remember. Hold that note for now. I gotta keep, wait, I already took their capital. It's pretty much over. Huh. I think I might as well just take this line right here. And just leave it at that. It is a, Anti-Monsters Conquest, so I could take as much as I wanted, even their capital as well. You know what? Screw it. We just got a modifier to reduce foreign costs, so I might as well, right? Take as much as possible. But the whole story thing is about coding in Unity and how, I guess one night, I just got super frustrated with trying to code in Unity. And it just kept saying, usually how a console works when you're coding in a game engine, it'll say like, oh, line 11, comma, like 23 or something has this when, you know, it's not related or it doesn't have an identifier or something it is. And there's just this one simple thing I forgot to do in like one line. And it kept making me upset because I couldn't play the game to like test it. Because it kept saying, oh, you have something that's not working. You have to fix the problem to even start playing, which makes sense. But I was trying to figure it out. And lo and behold, it's every coder's worst nightmare. It was literally a single comma somewhere. It was either a comma or I think it was a parentheses. Just randomly throughout there. And I didn't have the debugger open on, I think what, Microsoft Visual Studio. So it wouldn't tell me what it was. So I looked over it and I looked over it constantly and I was just like, you know what? Let me just change this real quick. And everything worked. And I was like, are you serious right now? I was like bashing my skull in, just like, what is going on? How do I fix this one simple program or process or whatever it is? It's just not working at all, and that's all it takes. If you're ever wondering like, oh, why something's not working, or you know, oh, it's just awful, and just take a step back, you know, take a break and be like, you know what, maybe this simple thing is actually the answer, and lo and behold, it actually was. It's just one of the many milestones of my journey to game dev. Just a lot to learn, and wasn't really expecting it to be as goofy as that. And it seems like Is there something with Crown Land where every time I conquer, I lose it? Let me see. Conquering land when having less than 60% total influence of all states. I think it's because some of my states have high influence, so they get some of the land I conquer. So now I keep losing the Crown Land. Okay, I was wondering how that worked out. Never really paid attention to it until now. Anyways, there goes Aul-dwarov, basically. Got all four of the beautiful little holds here. The Hall of our Ancestors. Good old Verkal Vazkron. Aul-dwarov itself, and aul-dwarov. We even got the Mithril Hold of Ages over here. It's got 29 base production in it, with an 8 good, which is Mithril, obviously. Pinnacle of Dwarven Metallurgy. As soon as I said that, one of our traders died, and I also got to get you as well. As well take the Discipline dude. There you go. See how simple that war was? And even the war with Haraz-Aldhum, and all of these orcs to the west, it wasn't even that bad. And it looks like Verkal is trying to make us attack Railskulker, which I'll join it. There's no real point not to, honestly. You know, keep them still friendly, even though I'm really not helping either of them. Even ask for some crowns and stuff if I wasn't at war. You know, honestly, I'm kind of tempted to just keep the cave goblins for now. I don't know, let me... Well, I don't know how our people would feel about that sort of thing, because obviously in the mission tree, our people still don't like goblins or orcs or anything along those likes. But they are great at giving us stuff if we accept them. So it's like... I guess the best... Thank God, this is going to sound awful, but I guess the main way to make a lot of money is by by making them minorities and working to give us more stuff. So I could go on an expulsion edict for now and convert these provinces over, make them minorities, and then accept them so they give us like goods produced and everything. Or for even goblins to get construction time reduced, which is great. For digging, for, you know, building up holds and the like. I wish it was construction costs, but it's still a good modifier. And wow, that was pretty damn fast. The war ended instantaneously. Them taking Erdnativir and 2 of these roads. Jeez. Now that I think about it, I should have taken this route down and chain ward. Try and take out Railskulker, but that's fine. It's not supposed to be all, end all, you know, conquer the world or anything. I'm just playing the game. Hopefully a lot of you people realize that. Some people don't, but that's alright. I am going to take a couple of these dwarves and make 3 14k stacks. And I also got to think about our next, I guess, military composition stacks. Whether or not to get more cannons. Because I guess the next good cannon, obviously the chambered demi-cannon's really good. But it's pretty damn far away. And I would like to get more. So I guess maybe small or large casts would be the best. Still gotta figure it out. Either way, I'm just moving these guys up here because I don't want anybody falling to these rebels that are going to be spawning soon. So let's get up there. Get all of you. Still have like no money, which is sad. We're also dealing with, you know, having a large army and a lot of expenses. Funny enough, the Mithril Hold over here doesn't have a fort in it at all, because it was their capital. It's going to hurt a tiny bit. And we also have to build a fort of our own here, so it doesn't get destroyed any further. We do have all of our stuff ready. So let's just turn down our maintenance. Boom, there you go. Now we're making money again. You also need to focus more on admin, or just stop focusing so much on mill. Because we can catch up with mill, but admin is going to be a major problem for us. As per usual for every EU4 YouTuber or player in general. Because we need to actually state all of these things, especially aul-dwarov. We need to also core new lands, we need to catch up on tech, our ideas, especially because we got economic. Getting that 20 dev cost is going to help amazingly with all of our holds. It's just all beautiful. Gotta work on it. There we go. Looks like our adventurers have defeated some bandits in aul-dwarov. Many adventurers, before they go off to fight dragons and all sorts of monsters, they first cut their teeth dealing with bandits. Seems today is the day that happened for aul-dwarov. Beaten and broken, the bandits of aul-dwarov are no more. So it seems like, I guess because it didn't have flavor text tied to the actual rogues we have, it might have just been a random event. Still not sure how that sort of thing works, though. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows? But hey, we can ally Bjarnrik over here to the west. I remember trying to get their friendship early on. Because they are going to be our western counterpart to Grombar, and as you can tell, they pretty much are at the moment. Wow, that's cute. Amal-Haraz is getting a free development. I could even exploit this development and get 0.48 crowns if I really wanted to. God, imagine if I did that. So many people would be in agony. Would be funny to see. I think it's time for us to take the next tech for Mel. And we still need to get our crown land back. Let's just summon a Diet for now. Everyone's still gonna hate us enough, so it doesn't really matter what we do. I would like to get this inflation. I've never seen that modifier before. That's actually really good. If we get inflation lower than 5%, we get a booming economy, which is trade efficiency, prestige, and autonomy change. Yeah, that's amazing. And all we have to do is have our inflation. Don't really know how we're supposed to do that, especially with admin lacking at the moment. But it should be fine. Thought economic ideas had something that made it cheaper to reduce inflation, or am I thinking of something else? Don't really remember. Huh. Not sure. Everything's looking fine. Actually paying for a lot of forts right now. Advisors are basically everything. Greedy little advisors costing 8 crowns per year, basically. Well, per month. Duh. It's monthly. Actually, more than our entire state military. Imagine that. I know this is supposed to be like 3 separate entities of the government, but if you think about it in a sense of it being just 3 dudes, 3 guys are making more than the entirety of my standing military of, what, 38,000 dwarves? That's insane. It sounds like some real-life stuff. Ha 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 ha. Ouch. Sad state of affairs, isn't it? Anyways, I'm gonna go turn up the maintenance. And I'm gonna check how many mill points it's gonna take to clear out the natives here. Just leave a stack on there in general. And I know that maintenance was because we weren't really paying the full thing. Even still, 8 crowns compared to 14 for 38,000 dwarves that we're paying for and arming and everything, that's pretty ridiculous. Ouch. Oh yeah, let's go check this out real quick. 106. Yeah, that's a no for me. Hopefully half maintenance or 30% maintenance would be enough to handle this, but I highly doubt it in a way. And let's actually take out the land here. Oh, Mithril Hold actually did a lot. Oof. That's pretty bad. Hopefully that doesn't break the hold down even further. If it does, I'm going to be very, very upset. I don't even know how to describe it. It's going to be infuriating if this breaks it even further. Are you serious? How the hell is I supposed to know 12,000 people are going to rise up because I just took their land? A tiny bit. Come on, guys. It's 5%. Ugh. I know, that was really dumb. Shouldn't have done it that way. That's fine. Such are the natures of war. It hurts, but this province wasn't doing much anyways. Maybe think about it. It probably makes it cheaper to, well, now it's partially ruined, so it's actually going to be more expensive, I assume, to rebuild the hold. But the lower dev should make it cheaper. Oh well. Just how it is. We actually have a lot of dev we could do as well, because we're not making that much money, so I could just do a cheeky little, like, boop. There you go. Get that up to 60. We're getting pretty far ahead on Diplo, and even Mill. Go for some other stuff as well. Oh wow, we actually get a permanent claim now. Forgot. The entirety of the Serpent's Veil. Seat of the Old Empire, Aul-dwarov, the old capital of the Dwarven Empire, is under our control. The scouts report no more signs of orcish or goblin control on the King's Rock. The old seat secured, we should push out and take over the vale that surrounds the mountain. It may have become a swamp, but it might still hold value. Not to mention how many dangers might lurk out there. Now, all of this can be ours. Low, low price of thousands of dwarven lives. And it gives us a claim on Siegebreaker over here, who is guaranteed still. For some odd reason. Huh. I'd rather attack Orlazam itself, because that's about to run out very soon. Dorvazatun is now dug even further beyond. Still not enough. Yeah, here, let's check all these hold restorations. See, now Mithradhum is 577 crowns, and it was probably like 100 to 200 before. Alright, well this doesn't look like a fun event. Great. Unsteady rule. With our expansion taking us into several holds now, the people's trust in our government has begun to wane. They say that our system does not work when controlling more than one hold, that too much is at stake for such short-sighted leadership as we have recently seen. There are those still loyal who speak on our behalf, but riots in the streets of Aul-dwarov have been wreaking havoc and ruin on its holds. The nation is falling to pieces around us, so now Aul-dwarov gets nuked even further. 30 devastation in all of the provinces here, and it loses 1 base tax, production, and manpower for everybody. Sorry, Amharaz. You just lost that 1 base tax you got for free. God, look how sad this state is right now. Look at that. 3, 13, 13, 22. Rakal Vazkron was under the leadership of the goblins, and it did way better than under the dwarves. It says a lot about society. Oh well. We'll build it up soon in no time. Hopefully. Let's see. We should go for people that are our culture, so we'll go for you. Because that's part of our religion so far with ancestor worship. I just noticed that with all the different stuff between all of them. I do want to get up to the land maintenance modifier, and I'm actually going to get the next offensive idea as well. And you know what? No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't do it. Let's see where all these rebels are going to be. Over here. So, in reality, we could just move everybody back. So I do want to fight Frozen Maw, or Grombar now. Because he is getting destroyed at the moment on all sides. And we do have a lot of land to take from him. We have a lot of claims for. And we can get this inflation down to maybe earn some more money. Yeah, let's do it a couple times. Actually, let's do it all the way. Finish that, get some more money. Autonomy change. Prestige. I know Adamant's hurting, and that was probably a bad idea. That's all we can do for now. And we are so far on dip, I might as well just take this as well. Get some innovativeness, and just be even further beyond on the old ahead of time. And the printing press has spawned as well. So it might be time for us to dev up Aul-dwarov itself, if able. Let's turn this off. Just gotta think about which one I want to do. Probably... You know what? I think aul-dwarov deserves, you know, a little bit of a facelift at this point. It is our religion. And our culture as well. Would help with getting rid of the devastation. Actually going to state this for now. Even though it's going to hurt us for now. And get the dev costs. Yeah, you see how expensive that was? What's hurting us here? Damage told. Yes, of course. Also got some old Dukan zealots. We're just hurting for money at the moment. I would like to get that up. Repair at least aul-dwarov and get that up. Just a sad state of affairs at the moment. I mean, we're still surrounded on all sides by enemies. Orlazam hates us. Grombar still hates us, even though they won't be hard to defeat in battle. We've done it before, we can do it again. But this, over here to the east, is definitely the main threat. If the Great Horde declares on us, we are going to be demolished. Once and for all. 140,000 centaurs running across into our homeland and destroying what we love and own. I'm actually going to move over to a fort defense advisor for that. Try and stack as much defense as possible. I'm assuming with them being a centaur horde, they do take the horde mechanics from base EU4, where if it's not like a step or a plane or anything like that, they do take, well, they do less shock damage, which is going to be good for us since we are Dwarven. And I think do we take more shock damage? No, we take less. Okay. So even better. They do less and we take less. For some reason I thought we were cave goblins, which is a disgusting thought. That's fine. And actually, getting rid of the Black Orcs in Aul-dwarov itself, we got our blessing for our faith. Because as you would assume, Aul-dwarov is the main holy site. And you can go to it, and who owns it, baby? That's right. Krakdhûmvror. So let's take that. Wrong one. I think we should go for construction costs, funny enough, because now that I know it helps with actual hold building, might as well stack that with the construction time reduction we have. Let's go check that out real quick. Yeah, it did reduce it. Perfect. So, yeah, let's build up aul-dwarov then. It's only 99 crowns and a hold ain't one. Perfect. Yeah, we can state so many things as well, too. We just have a lot of problems at the moment, especially these rebels that are popping soon. Which hopefully they will. Could provoke them after a couple more ticks. Going to take the next offensive idea to get to this, the expansion of oh god. Midjur-Kralt. The modern hold of Krakdhûmvror has its roots in Vrkal Midjur... Oh god. In Vrkal-Kralt, Fortress of the World's End. Originally built to protect the Dwarvar against the ice giants of yore and manned by exiles and criminals banished from the rest of the Dwarvar, became a derelict outpost after the giant civilization fell thousands of years ago. As the last outpost of aul-dwarov, isolated in the Giants' Anvil Mountains and disconnected from the Dwarvarad network, Only people who arrived to make a new life for themselves in the hold were those unwanted elsewhere in Dwarvar, or those trying to escape their past, leading to the outpost developing reputation as a solitary culture and having very little interaction with the outside world, at least until the emergence of the orcs. As the holds of the Western Serpentspine fell, refugees began to pour to the fort from Almaldir, Orlazam Azdir, and Dwarvazatun, desperate for safety from the orcish menace. The rapid expansion of the hold's population forced the dwarves to work with what little resources they had to expand the fortress's defenses, living quarters and infrastructure to accommodate a vastly larger population in a relatively short period of time. While this event took place ages ago, the dwarves of the frozen hold of Krakdhûmvror still retain the lessons of those days to this day, allowing them to easily integrate foreigners and expand the hold's infrastructure to account for the needs of the people, getting us minus 10% dev costs. Everybody wants to come to Krakdhûmvror. I guess it fits perfectly with everything over here to our first ideas with the chain bond. Everybody moving on over, living in the frozen wastes. All of us learning how to use the resources we have to build a bigger and better hold, which we are doing now. Would like to make this the biggest hold in the entire world. Probably won't be that difficult, knowing the AI. But hell, look at Mithradhum. It's already at 36 dev. Perkal's actually passed us, ironically enough, so we're already losing that race. And I actually could dev up our capital to get the next institution, yes. But, I should just wait on that for now. I should turn off my edict here because it's going to be way too expensive. It looks like the Horde has just insulted us. I'm quivering in my dwarvish boots at the moment. So I see them building up a cavalry stack. And they're attacking someone else that's not us. Okay, cool. Glad that they are a babbling buffoon, so I know who they're going to attack next. Alright, awesome. I guess the next thing we should go for is, I guess, back to good old Orlazam again. Which you could do. Yeah. Actually, while I decide on that, I'm actually going to end this episode here. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I'd love to see you in the next episode.